Hello YouTube, this is Starcon633 and today I'm bringing a review of the Generations Voyager Age of Extinction Galvatron. Now, Galvatron here is a very bizarre figure in terms of a Transformer toy. And a lot of the features for its transformation and everything, I've never seen actually in a mainline Transformer before, and it's a very unique design. The only major problems that I have seen, and a lot of people have seen, is that it needs a quite amount of paint, though it has a lot of detailing all around its body, which is nice. Another thing that's also kind of bothersome for me is that he seems rather flat. As you can see, his entire body just like this really skinny from the side design, and then like a really bulky from the front. So it's a kind of bizarre kind of combination of things that makes it one of the most bizarre Transformers I've seen in a while. We'll take a quick look at the box. It's got a nice design of Galvatron on the side, Transformers. Some Autobot logos all around it. Generations Voyager class Series M4. Number 4. It's got a design on the back, and it says, when Optimus Prime dealt a crushing blow to Megatron in the Battle of Chicago, the triumph was short-lived. The victorious Autobots were rewarded with exile, and new enemies determined to bring about their total destruction. If there was any other doubt, the Autobots now know for certain, as long as there's a Decepticon with the spark of his circuits, their centuries-old war will continue. So I guess they're pretty much hinting, yeah, you could probably guess who technically Galvatron is, but cool part is that he'll actually be voiced by Frank Welker in the movie, so it's interesting. Now, he does have one weapon, which is a pretty bizarre kind of like arm, like robotic toy, like cannon thing. The cool part is that it actually covers up his hand, so that you can actually, it makes it give you the illusion that it's actually a part of his arm. Obviously, it's got a fire missile, which I'll take off, just so I won't lose it and so on. So, take a quick size comparison with Voyager Prime here. So it's a little bit shorter, but it's not bad of a design. Let's just take Prime to the side now. For articulation, his head can turn and a ball joint there, so it has quite some movement, with a little bit hindered due to the back, but not too much. His arms are in a separate joint here, so it gets all around movement here. Ratchety joints. It can swivel on upper arm. It's got a double joint actually on the elbow, which is actually kind of interesting because it's got this pipe design or wire design that goes through his arms, so it's... So unfortunately, he doesn't have any wrist articulation, which actually kind of hinders a lot of poses you can do with them. His shoulders are on separate joints that can go up and down. His legs are on ratchet joints. Full movement there. Single joints on the knees, and turn only about like that, both sides. Feet can pivot, as well go left and right. Then... I think it's got one, oh yeah, and then it's got some ankle articulation on the back here. So for the heels, and it's pretty much no waist articulation. Now for transforming, this is where it gets even more, where I mentioned that it gets pretty bizarre. First you take off the cannon, obviously, take it to the side. What you're going to do here is this. What you're going to do first is untab this entire back section so that it folds out a little bit like that. Open up this compartment here and then pull this out like an accordion. It kind of just sits down like that and pull out the panel here. Now you push down the head, so it looks like this and goes all the way in. Now you untab the arms from the shoulders there. Sometimes it likes to pop open there. And then, from in here, what you're going to do is turn these arms so that they face like this. Just bend them forward so that they fold up like that. And then there you have the front part up there. And then you just slide it down, and you have the front cap almost completely assembled. It's just tab. Then you take these little tabs here, plug them into the holes that are on the side of his shoulders. So then it just tabs in like that. Now to finish out the transformation, you just turn the legs on both sides. Push in the heels, turn them around. So now the feet's feet look like that. It's supposed to tab together, but it doesn't really on mine, and I think it's a problem with a lot of others. Now you just slide these panels here, and just peg them into the sides of the cab. Like that on both sides. And if done correctly, you're supposed to be able to tap this together. So you can see, it's only held by these little square tabs at the back here, so it doesn't really fold in place. So that's pretty much it for vehicle mode. The wheels can kind of all go to the ground, but at the same time, not really, because there's a lot of alignment issues. And then obviously you got the problem with this thing not tabbing in. It will help get it on camera, so I'm going to quickly go show the vehicle mode. Turn a little bit there. Now for this actually is kind of odd. The tab that you could put up here doesn't work from the little hole that's up there, so basically you need to take it to the side if you want. Then you can put the cannon, so looks kind of weird that this cannon's actually just sitting on top. But what can you do? So overall, not bad of design. And I really still kind of enjoy the figure for some of its unique capabilities of its transformation. I just wish the tab would stay on better. Anyways, to transform them back, all you need to do is untab the sides. Just tab them over the wheels here. Turn the legs so that they face forward. Fold them down. Push out the heels on both sides. Untab the sides here. Pull out the entire body. Folds out there. Now you're going to slide out the arms so that there's enough space to move out. Like that. Tab the shoulders in. Pull down the arms. Pull up the head. Untab it from the top here, so now you can slide open like that. Pull up the tabs, pull up that panel up there. Okay, sometimes it gets jammed, so there. Push it down. Pull this entire piece up. And there you have Galvatron back in his robot mode. Just put back the gun. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting design overall. I think Galvatron is worth it for what it is, but as mentioned earlier, the transformation's kind of odd, pretty interesting, but the problem is that the legs don't tab in. And the only other major problem I have with this figure is that it needs a lot more paint. It's got a lot of paint already it is, and it's got more than most of the other figures we got on the line, but it still doesn't have much paint in the areas that need most, especially the face. The face sculpt's nice, but without all that paint, extra paint they put on it, it's just hard to actually stick out from the rest of the body. But anyways, comment, rate, subscribe, check out Tokyo News, Hero Taku, Raiju Neon, and the other channels down below, and I'll see you on YouTube. Bye.